want some results too. So, Miss Hartfield, I can see when you were sitting there, this was very painful for you to hear. This is ridiculous. But did he fill you in on all of these details and the fact he's still texting this 22-year-old young woman? No, he did not. How did you even find out about this entire affair? The text message that I received from her. You get a text message, a random text message that says, I'm in a relationship with your husband, have been for 8 months, and I'm pregnant. And that's it. What do you do from there? What the bleep-bitty-bleep is going on here? And I asked him about it, and he said, oh, she's just some little girl. She ain't nobody. I didn't like texting, so I called her. And I'm like, we had a conversation. It was a decent conversation, to which I told her, best of luck. He's not going to take care of your child because he didn't take care of ours.
True.
I don't have time for children. I'm not dealing with this. I don't want any part of this. And that was where I left it. And I haven't spoken to her since. And so, Miss Streeter, who was with you at the birth?
He was there when the baby was born. He was excited. Like, you know, this is my baby. This is my boy. I never got to see none of my kids born. I want to be with you. Let's make this work. We got a child. He needs to be in the house with both parents.
Were you telling her these things, Mr. Hartfield?
I tried to get him to sign the birth. The reason why he signed it at first, but it was time for the witness to see us, and he like, you too anxious about me signing this birth certificate. You know what, miss, take my name off, talking to the witness. Like, I don't want to be on the birth certificate.
So first he signed the birth certificate. Do you have any proof of that?
Yes, I do. I have the original one when he first signed the birth certificate.
So his name is placed on the certificate of birth. So, Mr. Hartfield, you're a married man, but you're on this child's original birth certificate.
No, well, the name is printed. There's no signature of mine.
So at first you allowed your name to be printed?
They did that while I wasn't there, Your Honor.
This is the first copy before he took off the name.
Mr. Hartfield, you're saying it didn't go like this.
It didn't.
How did it go?
She kept pressing me about, please sign it. You got to sign it right now. It's got to be done.
First of all, it's embarrassing
That's
to
why
have
he
to
threw it.
stand up there and he want to go back and forth with me on whether or not, why am I pressuring him to sign the birth certificate. So it was not just that I got so mad about DNA test.
He's not the only man she said was the daddy.
He's lying.
Really?
Not the only
He's
man.
a liar.
Mr. Hartfield, what do you mean? You say you're not the only
There's a
man?
guy in our local town that she's also told him
He's lying.
that he was the father, and she promised to give him some more loving once she had him.
I don't sleep around. Like, I just don't understand what he coming up with these lies. For me, I feel like it's an iffy thing with him. If I don't want to be with him, he don't want to be with the baby. But it's times when I have to come over and he is
Your Honor,
kiss the
that's
baby.
absolutely
said this in this courtroom before, Jerome, but I pray he's not this child's father. Jerome, I'm ready to decide. Lord help us.
All right, you just help me. That's
Quiet!
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sick of your little nonsense mouth running.
Yes, Your Honor.
You a tall glass of nothing. Sitting up here clowning in this courtroom today, clapping and smiling, acting like a buffoon. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Streeter versus Hartfield, when it comes to 1-month-old Caleb Streeter, it has been determined by Mr. Hartfield. You are the father.
Okay. That's okay.
Do you understand now what you just made a child with?
Right.
No, look at me. I don't know what he told you up until this point. I will say that con men like him, they can be very charismatic. You two are both very beautiful young women. You don't have to deal with this. But I want you to see clearly in this courtroom today how he has acted. This is your child's father. Now, his wife has already told you he didn't take care of the one they have together. And quite frankly, I'm nervous for Caleb because I don't want him to be his example. Miss Hartfield, I know this was probably all very difficult for you to hear, and yet I really do feel this all needed to play out.
Absolutely. I wanted to hear it firsthand because I couldn't trust him to tell me the truth.
This is a rough day for me. Listen, Mr. Hartfield, just stop talking. Just stop talking. It doesn't, you don't ever say anything of value. So just stop talking. What do you mean Miss Roden is a home-wrecking harlot?
Me and Adam have been married for 14 years. She is trying to destroy my marriage. She's tried to put this baby off on Adam, saying it's his baby. She's tried to file child support papers, which I have right here.
That you asked for.
And, you know, the strange thing about it is in Horry County. Isn't that something?
It's Horry County.
Horry County.
If you could read, you'd know it was Horry County.
Jerome, let me see those papers.
It's not my fault you couldn't keep your husband.
Thank you.
Horry County.
So these are child support papers filed with the court.
Yes, ma'am.
That Mr. Sowers asked for.
Ms. Roden, just to be clear, you believe Mr. Sowers, a married man, is the father of your son.
I know he is. I have no doubt in my mind. Not one. Or I wouldn't be here.
He's not the
let's not
father,
either.
and I want the results.
You don't get him.
Don't cry when you see him, honey.
Ms. Roden, can you tell the court how you got into a relationship with a married man?
Him and my mutual friend stayed the night at my house, and he just decided he didn't want to leave.
So take me to the night this whole thing basically transformed from we have a mutual friend to a sexual relationship. How did we get there?
Well, he was just being charming and like trying to be nice and friendly, extra friendly. And,
What do you mean by extra friendly?
like
Makes
just
the couch
like
look good.
saying I'm beautiful and just all kinds of sweet stuff, like trying to get in my head.
So wait, he just says a few nice things to you and then you end up having sex with him?
It was a lot more than that.
That's about it.
At this point, did you know he was married?
No.
So your mutual friend just basically comes and says,
He didn't tell
hey,
me that.
he never tells you this guy's married.
No.
Then how often would he come over after that?
Every day.
He was spending the night every day?
Yes, ma'am. Sleeping in my bed.
So, Miss Sowers, how did you find out about this relationship?
I had a friend up the road that says, your husband is at a girl named Chrissy's house. And I'm like, where is that? And she gave me the location, and his car was there.
So that gives you the right to come to my front door?
Well, I knocked on the door.
You did
They
not?
didn't answer. And I walked in, and the first time I called them, they where he was.
With me.
Yeah. And he was at her house.
Oh, so he was missing all night?
He would go, he'd leave at certain times of night, and I'd wake up and he wasn't there.
Show up at my house 3 o'clock in the morning.
So,
Yeah,
he
I
would
did.
show up at your house at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, all times of night. Just come in and get in bed with me.
So,
You see why? Look at her.
Sounds like
Let's be respectful.
Just saying.
Let's be respectful. So, Mr. Sowers, what are you thinking as you're on the couch with your mistress and your wife barges in?
Oh, he's
what
fine.
are you thinking?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Wow is right, baby. Wow.
Highly,
Right.
I'm blown away on that
Wait,
shit.
wait.
But,
You were blown away?
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But me and her were still in a rocky position, our relationship, arguing, going back and forth. And,
What'd you tell me after that happened, Adam? That y'all were separated, right?
So then, Miss Roden, at some point you find out you're pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
Take me to that time. What happened when you found out?
I felt like sick, like, I didn't feel like myself. So I took a test and I told my best friend, and he was the second person I told. He was very excited. He wanted it to be a boy, and he was very excited. He
ready to name them and everything.
Yeah, offers to get me orange juice and stuff. And orange juice is really the only thing I could drink.
So, Miss Sowers, how did you find out your husband may have gotten his mistress pregnant?
I drove up, tried to find him. There was his car at her house, as usual. And I opened the door, and he's on one side of the bed, she's on the other, but he's dressed. I'm looking at her, she's in a little tank top. I'm like, are you pregnant? She's like, yes, I'm pregnant.
That's not how it happened.
Adam's child. And I said, is that true,
That's not
Adam?
how it happened.
I said, is that true, Adam? He says, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. He didn't deny it. He didn't, either way, because there were other men involved in this
That's a
situation.
lie.
There were other men
That's a lie.
that she had been sleeping with. 7
That's a lie.
total to be.
I've been with 8 people my entire life, baby. Why don't you state some fact?
Miss Sowers, how did you know she was sleeping with 7 other men?
She doesn't because they were all informing me, and everybody had been talking on Facebook.
Yeah, name them. I want to know.
Oh, did you actually see though? Miss
No.
Sowers, did you actually see her
Yes,
sleeping with
yes,
anybody?
ma'am, I did. One day, I come back to the house, and Adam's car was there. So I walked in again. There was a guy on a couch, another guy on a couch, and that door was closed. Well, when that door was closed, there was something going on in there.
Yeah, it was
so
you and your husband.
I opened the door, and there was a guy on top of her, and I shut the door, and
your husband?
I caught. No, it wasn't my husband.
Yes, it was your
somebody. No, it wasn't.
You've never-
Wait, you
I walked
opened
out.
her bedroom door?
Yes, I did, because I seen my husband.
What in the world?
She
I
comes
well,
to
the
my
door
house
was
first
always
of all in
open.
the house.
I mean,
They
she
could all
had
come to
people
my
coming
bedroom.
in and out like a revolving door.
No, that's a lie.
Miss Roden, you don't believe in locking no doors?
No, I'm in my own house.
This
I'm
is
in-
almost
I'm in my
unbelievable.
own
though.
house. Why should I have to lock my door if I'm in my own house?
I
Not
mean,
some
look,
crazy lady comes to my house.
I do not approve of the behavior, but I'm just saying, if you sleeping with somebody's husband, you got to at least lock the door.
They were separated. That's as far as I knew.
Especially when his wife has already decided she
Can come right
gonna walk
on in.
on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my husband. I'm gonna claim him. He's
Apparently
gonna
y'all were
come on with
separated at
me.
the time. That's what your husband was telling me.
It don't matter. It is.
All right, so you find out now this young woman is pregnant, and your husband says it might be mine.
Yeah.
Now you say you find out somehow that there are other possibilities, that she's
That's a
been with
lie.
like 7 men.
That's a lie.
Everybody was talking.
Who's everybody?
Well, I have a
I mean, is it family members, friends? Is it people in the town, neighbors?
well, I had a neighbor, and she claimed that her son was a father, could be a possibility of Chrissy's son also.
That's a lie.
And they had crocheted a little blanket
this long, and it seems like everybody was informed. But it just kept happening. Are you all working on your marriage now, Miss
We
Sowers?
are doing awesome. We're doing better than
Thank
ever.
God.
You are.
Thank
We
So,
are actually doing really good.
and so now you're back together, trying to get on the right track, stay on the right track. And you're just interested in seeing, is your husband or are you the father of Miss Roten's child?
The town did a poll, and I believe we have some pictures.
The town did a poll.
No, Adam's friend did a poll.
I think we have.
Mutual
I
friend
think we can put
introduced
the
us,
poll
right?
up. I think we can put the poll up, and we'll see who the father is.
Now this is unbelievable.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense to me. Yeah, that
And guess
doesn't make
what?
sense to me.
The town did a poll.
Yes.
Where did you see this poll?
Oh, it's all over. It's all over Facebook. Everybody knows about
It's
everything.
a social media poll.
Yes. And you see, Adam was 12.
I told him I didn't care. I mean, I know who the father of my son is, so I don't care.
That's
Who is this other guy?
That's the guy I caught her with the day I went to
Another
her
friend of
house.
mine. That February when
Yeah,
I
he was
moved to my
definitely not
friend's
there.
house from her house, he'd come by and I said, well, hey man, where you been all night? Well, I just left Chrissy's house. And I was like, wow.
So this other person, this mystery man, told you that he had been and spent the night at Miss Roten's house.
Ironically, around February, beginning February 7th, 8th, around
But
that.
why are you sleeping with a woman that all your friends are sleeping with too?
Yeah, I want to know.
Check.
That
I mean,
doesn't make
you're
sense.
basically suggesting you're having a sexual relationship with a woman who's also sleeping with your friend.
Yep.
Which I wasn't. Yeah, he
And
knows
I'm not
that.
gonna lie, this is absolutely ridiculous, but I'm mad for Aiden because no baby deserves to have
Thank
their
you.
face,
Thank you.
their newborn face, up on some social media poll.
Thank you. They think
That-
it's hilarious.
No,
Don't
that's
worry.
ignorant.
It's very stupid. It's very
I think it's
ignorant and
hilarious,
childish.
But I know what I know.
All right, what a mess. You know what? I don't think I even want to hear anymore. Jerome, you know what? I'm looking at this beautiful little boy. All I can say is let's get the results for 8. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Sowers versus Roten, when it comes to 5-month-old Aiden Roten, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Sowers, you are the father.
Thank you. Have a nice life. What? Nobody's sleeping around, baby. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That is your little boy.
It sure is.
And the poll was incorrect.
Adam will.
Yep.
Not a doubt in my mind, Adam.
Mr. Sowers, I'm happy to hear that you say you're back on track in your marriage, but you got to get it together. Because as you can see, these affairs and this cheating, it's wrong anyway, but it also can produce little people. As disappointing as the situation is, I am happy Aiden will at least know who his
Have a
biological father
relationship
is
with him, hopefully.
and be able to have a relationship. And I'm happy, Miss Sowers, that you're willing to accept him. And I hope now that you all can figure out how you will co-parent in a productive way. Return, he cheated on you and is now questioning the paternity of your youngest child, 8-month-old Jakai. You are here to prove paternity and win him back. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Nelson, you say while you were home taking care of your children, Miss Taylor was out at all hours with other men. You say it's her many infidelities that convinced you that Jakai is not your son. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Thomas, why do you believe Mr. Nelson is denying your baby?
The only thing that I can
think of is because he recently got married.
Is that true, Mr. Nelson?
No, it's not, Your Honor. It was good in the beginning when we first started having children. And then after that, it's like me and her started like both doing our own little thing. And we was already about to split, but she ended up getting pregnant. But at that time, she was already messing around with other guys. So I didn't know what to believe.
It was rocky, but I was not sleeping with different men. Mr. Nelson was the only one that I was sleeping with at the time, especially during my conception dates.
Man, that's
But
not
when
true.
you first got together, what was your relationship like?
Our relationship, it was good. That was my best friend. We did everything together.
Take your time. I know it's hard. You have...
Your Honor, we was both young at the time, and we was both new to the whole parent thing. After that, we done got older and grew, and it's like we grew apart away from each other. And I still, even while I'm married, I still be trying to keep a good relationship with her to talk and stuff like that. It don't have to be. We just know we can't be together.
It's because it was his cheating, Your Honor. He cheated on me throughout almost our whole entire relationship.
So, Miss Thomas, why put up with that?
We went through hard times. Like, why wouldn't you want to make something like that work with somebody you had all these years with, all these kids
Because it's
with,
too much-
and you
too
just
much
want to...
That's why I don't even know the chat. Like, man.
He gave up the relationship. I wish it was that easy for me during them times to just throw it away.
It was easy. I asked her, Your Honor, I said, are you going to leave this guy alone? She said no. She was like, let me think about it. I even threatened with her. I was like, if you don't leave him alone, I said, I'm going to go back to North Carolina. She was like, that's on you. So then I left and went to North Carolina, so I was like, I'm going to give you another chance. And she was like, all right. I said, so you're going to delete everything out your phone and everything, change your number and everything.
So, wait a minute. You had 4 children together, and then you find out Miss Thomas is with another guy?
Yeah.
How did you find that out?
The dude picture was popping up on her phone.
It didn't start like that. He decided to leave because at that
Why did I
time
leave, though?
we did grow
I
apart.
used to find stuff on her purse and everything. She was like, I'm going to work today.
Because I went to the...
She'll come back and be like, you like this outfit right here? I'm like, yeah, where you going? You worked all week. If anything, I've been here with the kids all day long, all 4 of them.
Oh, so you feel like she started getting missing?
She did. She came in at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, where you come from? So I'm grown. I can do what I want to do.
But, Miss Thomas, now you were painting a picture about you. Like you all were in love. It was against
We
all
were.
odds.
We were.
So, what is this? Why then do you start having other men popping up on your phone?
It wasn't men, it was that one man. Not men.
And why? Why did you get in a relationship with this one man? As retaliation
It was
for his cheating?
Basically. So he seen how I felt all them years he cheated on me. He felt it. And
So how long had you all been together when you discovered she was cheating?
We was like, yeah.
5 years.
Yes.
And 4 children.
Yes.
So Jakai is potentially your 5th child together. And
Probably just put a nail on that if she was messing with me and the same guy around the same time. When I got back from North
Your Honor,
Carolina,
that is not true.
I asked her, I said, you gained some weight. She was like, oh, I've been eating a lot.
And then
So
what
I was
else?
like,
And Your Honor, that same day he said that, we walked to the store and I took 2 pregnancy tests in front of him. And then they ended up negative. So I was not pregnant. I also had an app on my phone tracking my periods when I'm ovulating. And I have it right here.
Jerome, let me see that evidence.
man, I can't feel like that. Here we are.
So you were tracking your cycle.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Was
Your
this
Honor.
with the intention of getting pregnant or not getting pregnant?
He actually wanted me to get pregnant.
She told me
so
I
on my
all them
tracker,
days like that because
on
she
my
never
tracker,
unprotected
no,
that guy.
on my tracker,
She
Your
said,
Honor,
so every
as
time I
you can
messed with
see,
him, she said that's why she every time she had sex with him, that's why she put it on the calendar like that.
So in October, it looks like around the 28th is when your cycle begins.
yes, Your Honor.
And in November, we see where your cycle ends.
Yes, Your
We
Honor.
see that you are ovulating
Yes,
Friday the 6th to the 11th.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then on the 10th and 11th, you got sex.
Because those are the 2 days that we had sex while I was ovulating, Your Honor.
Those are the 2 days you had sex with
Mr. Nelson.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you were ovulating.
Yes, Your
Do you
Honor.
remember those dates, Mr. Nelson?
No, I do not, Your Honor. When I got back from North Carolina, I had went through her phone. She was like, every time I had sex with him, and this is after you left, I started having sex with this guy. So I was like, all right. So then I went back further in her account. I'm like, so what's these days for? She was like, because I said, so we was together then when he was doing it. She was like, okay, so what? I had a slip up.
He was gone, Your Honor.
So wait a minute, how did you find out about the other guy exactly, Mr. Miller?
I told him.
She honest. I'm not gonna lie, but she do be honest.
I told him.
So what did you say?
Mr. Drainer. Yes. Yes. No, don't reboot. If you plug it into the network, just I think before you even. No, I know you shouldn't even plug it to the network until you're ready to join it to the domain. It as long as you follow the instruction, it works. Because I think the QAZX is just for or did you skip a step? One thing for sure, if you're not ready to join into the domain, you can't plug it into the network. No, but the thing is, if you plug it into the network, then it can go ahead and pick up another OU. Yeah. Yeah, don't do it until you're ready to join into the domain. Once you join into the domain, I think you just have to harden it, I think. SCCM? That I think it's once you join it to the domain. After you've done with that. What test are you referring to? Oh, okay. Did you run the FAT? Is it FAT 30? Okay. Check to see which version of the file you use, the folder you're using, the note. Okay, then that's it's thing. But if it will tell you to run the FAT. That's the first thing you do, because when you do that, it will go ahead and get the license for the cameras. No, okay. The thing is, you should have downloaded the license already on, like. No, I know, man. I know. Hold on, let me park. And then because I'll give you that information. As a matter of fact, I think I have that information. John Worthy sent it to me. Let me look for it, and I'll send it to you.